Confidence is key.
Kailangan mapakita niya yung what you can do as a model. A beauty shot, commercial shot. Start within your reach.
To collaborate with different artists. Hi guys, I'm back. So, ang tagal ko na hindi nag-upload and finally, parang my friends here helped me na i-push na yung pagka gusto ko maayos na channel here in YouTube.
Yay!
So, for my comeback video, gusto ko gawin is to give a few tips on how to start modeling here in the Philippines. So, tip number 1. Are you ready? Ready? Introduce ko muna yung mga kasama ko. Wait lang. So, this is...
Sorry. Hi, I'm Mycke. Buhatan ka na ito ng bangko.
The famous hairstylist here in the Philippines. Lahat ng mga artista na nakita mo na ayos na niya.
Huwag po kayo naniniwala sa kanya. And hi, I'm Louie Faundo.
So for today, we're going to give a few tips sa modeling. Those who are aspiring to be models here in the Philippines. First tip namin is confidence is key. So for me, as for myself, parang napapansin kasi ng camera or ng people around me na pag-post ko hindi authentic or like may kaba, yung shoulders ko daw nakataas, mga ganun. I'm too stiff, mga ganun. So just feel it. Feel the music, feel what you're wearing, feel mo lahat yan. Feel mo lahat. Yeah, joke lang.
Ikaw na, insert.
As nag-handle ng mga models.
I handle Zayd. Yes. Confidence is key kasi modeling is all about conveying specific emotions. It's considered as an art kasi not everyone can do it. Like, hindi talaga pwedeng gawin ng lahat yun. So only a few people can really actually do it. But if you really want to become a model, modeling has to come from here, like the gut feeling. So
From where?
From here. Here!
Hanapin niyo siya.
Modeling, sige, I'll change it. Modeling has to come from here. Kasi parang modeling is sort of acting also. You have to convey specific emotions. Kaya hindi ka makakapag-convey ng specific emotions kung wala kang confidence.
As a photographer,
Confidence, yeah, I agree with what they said. For me, confidence naman comes from experience. If it's your first time, definitely kakabahan ka. But for you to be confident, you must be practicing every time. Kahit pa yan on Instagram, we're on an Instagram age, Facebook age, YouTube age. Everyone starts from scratch. So if you want to be a model, definitely you have to start practicing on your own. Kahit sa selfie, ganyan, it helps yung pag-project mo. Even on selfie, di ba? Iba yun eh. So yeah, tip number 1 is a must.
yun. Nagre-record naman. For tip number 2, wow. Number 2.
Sasabay na tayo sa kanya.
Number 2. Tip number 2 is look for your best angle. Tingin ka sa salamin, tapos basta smile, check mo kung mukhang authentic yung smile mo. Pag gusto mong tawa ka na talaga. Look for your best side, ganyan.
So where's your best angle? What's your best angle? What do people say that's your best angle?
Well, according sa inyo, yung ditong side. Yan, ganyan.
So on this side?
Ikaw. Do your signature profile.
This side, pero upward. Hindi pwedeng ganyan. Dapat itaas pa. Oo. Yung camera yung mag-adjust. Yun.
Ayun. Tip din yun. Profile pa rin tawag sa best angle.
It's your profile. For best angle, yeah, katulad na sabi ko the first one, it helps that you have your Instagram. Kasi it helps you, project, diba? Ako hindi ko matuturuan yung mga models ko kung somehow give inputs kung ako mismo hindi ako marunong mag-post. Like Mycke, pag nanonood siya ng ANTM, diba? America's Next Top Model, marami kang matututunan doon. And if you watch that, marami kang matuturo and may impart sa mga models.
Modeling is also not purely imitation, it's emulation. Pag sinabi mo emulate, spelling!
Quotable. Emulation.
Modeling is not about imitation.
Modeling is not about...
Modeling...
Mag-edit pa ako.
So yun nga, like, when you say emulate, it's not just purely imitation. Emulate is giving out an emotion also. Hindi kasi pwedeng, yung sabi natin kanina, aside from confidence, when you're doing the art of modeling, you have to give a specific emotion.
Yeah.
So kung nga kapag sinabi sa'yo yung galit, hindi ka nang kukunot yung loko like that. Pag sinabing galit, o galit. Hindi pa galit. Hindi pa siya galit, o galit. Ganon, di ba?
Tip number 3. Tip number 3, create a folio. So, lahat naman ng creatives may folio. So, photographers meron, makeup artists, hairstylist, so pati models meron. This can be a variety of things, mga different genres. Pwede mo ipasok yung beauty, editorial, commercial, para ma-showcase mo talaga yung what you can do.
As a photographer, ano yung dapat na nakikita mo sa loob ng portfolio mo?
Yung portfolio, like what you're saying, yan yung ano it's a proof of what the model can do diba? So number 1, kailangan makita dyan yung natural mo, diba? Yung pinaka natural beauty ng model, number 1. Number 2 is yung dyan na makikita yung how tall you look on photos, your profile, diba? Tapos yung editorial mo, na pwede palang laruin yung image mo, and that's on your set card, diba? So your folio, either on Instagram or your set card, kailangan mapakita niya yung what you can do as a model, diba? So yun yung mga importante tinitingnan ko.
Ako as an agent slash hairstylist slash creative, ano nga to? It's all about variation and diversity. Parang as a model, kailangan kaya mo maging versatile when it comes to any genre nga, tulad ng what Jay is saying. It's gonna be, if we can do commercial, editorial, and fashion, avant-garde, ganyan. Parang dun mo kita kung ano yung niche mo, kung ano yung expertise mo. So aside from your set card containing 4 different photos, 4 or 5 different photos, ang laman dapat ng portfolio mo are the following: a beauty shot, a commercial shot, and a runway shot, editorial like yung mga ginawa mo na published, and then actual work like mga screenshots or actual pictures ng mga campaigns na ginawa mo. So yun dapat ang laman na nasa loob ng modeling portfolio.
Tip number 4.
Modeling.
Yes, may natutunan siya today.
Tip number 4 is to collaborate with different artists. So, natutunan ko yun actually kay Mycke na
Ako na naman.
don't be afraid to try different artists. So, a photographer, yung style ni Louie, baka iba sa style ng ibang photographer. So, hindi ka lang na-isolate sa isang platform. Not yung platform, pero like, hindi ka na-isolate. May mga natatry ka yourself, na-explore mo rin, nagkakaroon ka rin ng mga new photos na pwede mo ilagay sa folio. That's true.
Models shouldn't be afraid and they should be collaborating because you'll be meeting amazing people along the way with different types of creative genres, different types of creative attack on imaging, on styling. So kailangan maging open ka, embrace those types of concepts kasi doon mo malalaman kung kaya mo bang maging chameleon, kaya mo bang mas i-push further yung look mo kasi you're not afraid to try different things and try different concepts.
I agree with that. As a model, definitely importante na you collaborate. I know one model who actually got her weight up naging PMAP model siya after working with a lot of photographers. It only proves na photographers really want to work with her as well, diba? Because a lot of the top photographers wouldn't want to waste their time on for free stuff.
Yeah.
So, if you work with a lot of photographers, definitely, aside from the practice ka, meron ka na rin mabibring sa table when you get to client shoots, and that will really be helpful for you when you get those, when you try to get those modeling jobs.
Win-win naman sa lahat.
Exactly.
So, kunwari, ako yung aspiring model. Paano ko kayo lalapitan? I want to work with you. Can we collaborate?
I think it's better na parang you get to like shoots first and meet people. Kasi medyo aggressive yung type of notion na parang you'll be messaging people agad-agad. Sometimes parang work on producing your own types of shoots. Ikaw lang muna. And once you get out there, when you post it on social media, use proper hashtags. That way, people will be able to parang see you, you're gonna be visible. Pas parang tag people, like kahit mga friend mo na nag-shoot. Kasi contacts of contacts will see you.
So you can start with people in the family, people in school, people at work. Just ask them. As long naman as you have pure intentions, I'm sure papayag at papayag. Everybody starts from playtime with their craft. So yun, and then you'll work your way up as you do.
So again, start within your reach.
Yeah. The hashtag,
Thanks, guys. Hashtag ano?
start within your reach.
Next, tip number 5. Tip number 5 is VTR. So, if di ba kayo familiar, to do commercials or print ads, models do VTR. Wherein, pupunta sa specific agency or specific location, pipila kayo doon, papasok kayo sa VTR room, they will ask for your name, age, and height. So, for example, ako, I'm Jane Angel Miranda, I'm 20 years old, and I stand 5 feet and 11 inches tall. Parang ganun. Tapos look to your left, smile, to your right, smile. Tapos, pinapag-acting tayo. So, minsan yes yung sinasabi or wow. So like, wow acting. Try to say wow, happy. Wow! Parang ganun. Sorry. Yun, ikaw, try na yung wow.
Anong level of happiness?
Wow! Sample lang.
Ha?
Wow! Extreme happy.
Wow!
Happy.
Wow!
Okay. Sample. So yun, minsan happy, sad, excited, surprised, thinking, mga. So yun, practice nyo at home, kahit medyo nakakamukhang tanga, pero para masanay lang din kayo in front of the camera.
It really works.
Actually. At first, may hirapan ka mag-VTR, parang nakaka-intimidate mga other kasama mo, pero and then masasanay ka lang din. Tapos routine na lang siya after. Hindi mo na kailangan pinapractice ng sobra. Pero syempre, dapat handa ka pa rin. Tip number 6 is to be on time. So, na-experience ko to firsthand because I was attending a gig and then I was late. And then yung remark sa akin, lahat okay na. Okay, communication skills, okay lahat. And then at the end of the day, sinasabi nila, I should work on my pagiging punctual. So, I was I think 30 minutes late. Pero syempre, first impression din yun ng mga tao sa'yo. So, you should be on time when it comes to shoots, events, mga ganun. Comments?
You also have to understand na parang it's not only about other people's time. Kada segundo na nandun sila sa studio or sa lugar kung saan sila nagka-casting, may tumatakbong per ora na pera. So you really have to be very punctual kasi aside from inuubos mo yung oras nila, inuubos din yung budget nila allocated for you para mag-casting ka. So they're banking on you, so don't waste their time. Be punctual. Be punctual.
For me, being punctual is respect. Respect for everybody and respect for other people's time. If you can't give that respect, how do you think will they respond to you? Yeah. Kasi they wouldn't want to work with someone who wastes their time. Especially pag shoot, nakikita lang natin is the final output, diba? Pero actually, mas matagal pa yung hair and may makeup pa.
Bakit may problema ka ba?
Problema ka
Matagal
sa sobra
na?
mag-hair. Mga matatagal mag-hair. Excuse me?
Hindi ganun ba? Tip number 7. Tip number 7 is to just attend go-sees. Casting. Sige, attend lang.
Wait lang, baka ma-confuse sila. Explain what's the difference of GOSI and casting. Are they the same?
I actually don't know.
Okay.
Ayun siya pala nakakaalam.
Parang, di ba sila ano?
From the word go and see, it means you're going there for a job. For casting, it means they're looking for someone who can do print and imaging modeling. Go see, normally they use it for runways, mga fashion shows. So it's two different things.
Ayun. Diba? We learn something new every day. Ayan.
Hashtag.
So attend lang kayo ng mga ganun.
Learn something new every day.
We learn something new every day. Ayan. So, attend lang kayo ng go-sees. Usually makakakuha ka ng ganyan sa mga agencies if nakapag-profile ka na or from other model friends. Usually, naghahanap talaga ng ano.
Kitang-kita ka.
Uy, hindi.
Basta na ako. Yun, basta attend ka.
Basta attend ka.
Medyo
Pasok ka sa school.
lang. Ano ko?
Kita.
May rejection ka na eh.
Basta attend ka. Tapos, medyo magastos nga lang sa transpo pero try your luck na rin. Basta yan, mag-go-see yun na mag-go-see. Tapos, most of the time, siguro, or ako lang yun, parang makakatanggap ng rejection. So, parang huwag ka mag-doubt sa sarili mo dahil sa mga rejections. Because, pag may peg yung client, may peg yung client.
May follow-up ako.
Ah.
What if you got 50 rejections already? Yung mga nanonood sa'yo are saying na, they got 50 rejections already. And they feel like baka hindi to para sa kanila. What can you do?
It's time to ask some honest friends and people in the industry if may kilala sila. Just to be brutally honest. Kasi nga, we're here exploring. So, if you feel na wala talaga. Pero like, paano ba? Ano bang say mo doon?
Hindi, tama. May point ka naman dyan. Siguro tama yun na if 50 times ka na-reject, then you get honest feedback from people na nakilala mo. Also, it will help kung may kilala ka sa industry so that, or may hunter ka. Para alam mo at least kung it's just because you're not the look that they're looking for. Like parang mga Nikki Hill, yung sa commercial. Siya, parang sabi niya, almost 100 VTR siya before she got that break. Pero if kung feeling niya pangit talaga siya, then she should have stopped. Or that's almost 100. And no, just going through VTRs. Minsan sobra mo ng give that. Pero wala pala talaga.
Yeah, need mo naman brutally honest friends from the industry to help you out though. Kasi they are the people who are gonna guide you through it.
Just don't stop doing it. Hanggang makuha mo siya.
So,
What's funny about that? Why are you oh my God! Makuha mo yung project!
so ikaw, ganun yung perspective mo.
Oo, hindi ako titigil hanggat hindi ko siya nakukuha. Makukuha ko din siya by open bird ko.
Yeah. As long as you're enjoying.
As long as I'm enjoying, at the end of the day sa akin, hindi naman siya babalik sa akin. Yung project na.
Okay.
God. Why you're laughing ba?
Parang iba na eh.
Hindi, wala namang iba dun eh. Ano naman next question?
O yun, basta as long as you're enjoying. Ang sakit naman yung hindi ka na nag-enjoy tapos puro rejections pa yung nakukuha. Next is, hindi ko na naman yung tip number 2. Improve your intro. 8 ata or 9? 9 siguro to. Improve your communication skills or learn to listen. Part na rin ng communication skills. Kasi as for me, naging on-ground model din ako.
Naging?
On-ground model.
Okay, got it.
Where we do ushering and those ground. So, may mga conference, need ikaw yung mag-communicate sa mga guests on their instructions given. So, I find it hard at first to approach them kasi parang nakaka-intimidate or as for me lang naman yun. Parang nahihirapan pa ako i-approach. Pero as I go on sa mga ibang days, mas nasanay na rin ako in doing so. So hindi lang naman siya sa on-ground modeling. Kahit sa commercial for example, makinig ka sa director mo. Pag sinabing babaan mo yung acting mo na konti or taasan mo ba ng konti yung emotion mo, just to learn to listen to your director or wag ka rin mag-attitude pa masyado. Ayan. So learn to listen. So add. Dapat may gusto mo ba kayo?
Ako na mag-a-add.
Sige.
So,
Parang
so add ko lang na, you know, when you're modeling kasi, you're also, you know, presenting yourself eh. Most of the time where we work with models or anybody in the industry, lahat naman yan magagalingan, di ba? Pero minsan nagkakatalo sa gusto natin makatrabaho yung tao kasi professional. Plus, you like working with them. They have that vibe. So you gotta give that vibe. Pagpasok mo sa room, you have to have that positive energy even if there's a chance that you're not gonna get booked, di ba? Because they will remember you. Ako always tip ko is that when you go to any casting or any place where you would work, ako in my field as a photographer, wherever I go to events or anything related to photography, I cannot go home without talking to anyone as a contact. Kahit sino pa yan doon. So yun, I think that's very important that you learn to have up your communication skills. Communicate with anyone during events. And sell yourself. Sell yourself. Not in that way. Sell yourself or promote yourself. Share what you share a piece of you. A piece of you para maalala ka nila, di ba?
Yun, I have to add up also. Whenever I'm casting models too, first impression always counts. Or something memorable na hindi ko malilimutan kapag nagka-cast ako ng model is yun na, a very positive attitude. Dapat spunky, may sense of humor, yun. Hindi kasi pwedeng basta blank canvas ka lang dito gaga. Minsan, may mga ganong model, pero the moment they're in front of the camera already, we get the chills kasi diba silang gumala. So I always tell like sila Jay, always be memorable just like what Louie said. Also, ayun, with me as a hairstylist, parang make sure na I become
He is memorable.
Actually, like first time ko siya na-meet, parang, hi, I'm Mycke. Sobrang friendly niya.
I remember Mycke during the first time. Hi guys!
Nag-transform siya, sobrang friendly niyang tao when she first meet him.
Pero hindi ako fake or whatever you see right now, it's really, I don't,
Mas super approachable lang siya.
Exactly.
So i-add natin dun sa mga model tips, be memorable.
Yeah. Hashtag be memorable.
Show me how to hashtag it. Okay, so sorry. Iba na yun. Ibang vlog na yun. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Next.
So yun, yung last kong sinaksulat dito is internalize your character. Pero na-cover up na rin naman kanina sa ibang topic. Internalize mo yung damit na suot mo, yung nag-ayos ng buhok mo, yung genre, ang damit mo, be sensitive. Diba?
Ako, I definitely agree. So,
Definitely agree.
sobra. Hindi, kasi yan yung ano eh. That's how I modeled. Wow!
So those are our tips for you guys, coming from a hairstylist/agent and a well-renowned fashion photographer.
Grabe, world siya. Ako,
Sought after hairstylist.
Wala ba lang international na siya?
So, okay lang yan.
So, if may natutunan kayo or na-enjoy sa topic namin, comment nyo lang yung pinaka-greatest insight nyo for today. Malay nyo, baka work nyo silang dalawa, di ba?
Kung gusto ko kayo maka-work, joke lang.
Ayan, so, hit the like button para may subscribe. Makakatulong so much. Nakakagana for us na to continue this channel.
And follow us on our social media pages. Instagram at
Lalagay
Louie
ko na lang
Faundo. Yes, at Louie Faundo, and my works at Stock PH. And also my blog, World of Louie Faundo. And my blog, stoponlinemagazine.com.
Wow. Lilink ko na lang lahat sa baba sa description para madali niyo maklik.
Follow me on my social media accounts. Facebook, it's hair by MYCKE, ARCANO. That's Mycke Arcano. And then on Instagram, it's at hair by MYCKE. And then follow me on my YouTube account also. It's MYCKE with a little TV on it. Ganon! Ayun.
And lastly, follow me on my Instagram